Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous Friday with the Couch Potato Queens. I am your host, Detroit comedian, film actor, writer, potato enthusiast, Sam Meyer. I am joined by resident short king, Alec Albright. Alec, I love your new hat.
Thank you so much. I'm feeling my oats, wheats, and thins today.
Ooh!
What did you call yourself a potato enthusiast?
I am a potato enthusiast.
Well, call me the #1 cheese enthusiast.
You
okay?
are. You are. You're a fan of the fromage. Madam Kellyanne says, "Hey y'all, how do y'all feel about the elimination on UK versus the world?"
Do we want to talk about it? That's the question.
We'll talk about it first. We'll get it out of the way. I was emotionally devastated. I actually had a breakdown following Pangina's elimination. That was heartbreaking. That was so difficult to watch. She was so good. And we all thought we wanted brutality. We all thought we wanted it.
You can say it all you want, but when it happens, it hurts. I'll say this though. Pangina, who I was rooting for after Jimmo got eliminated, but I completely understand Blue Hydrangea here because Pangina's eliminations were completely unpredictable. And when you have somebody and she doesn't have to justify or do any of that with her eliminations. Pangina had the choice and did it. But as another competitor, I'm I'm scared of you because I have no idea what's in your head.
You're taking out threats.
Yeah. And she was up all the time. If you want to win, get her out. It sucks, but I understand and I support Blue Hydrangea in the decision in the end of the day.
I think again though, I think UK versus the world might be the breaking point. But we see season after season, it started with Manila and it's gaining steam that they will take out the front runners. They're not afraid to do it to secure their place in the top 3. And I think that in order to survive, the front runners are going to need to start forming alliances to make sure that they don't get taken out in situations like this.
Absolutely. I am surprised. We've seen talks of it many times. People talking about alliances, but there hasn't been any hard signed, sealed, delivered alliances yet.
Alaska talks maybe,
but that wasn't verbalized to us as the audience.
True. They weren't owning up to it.
Yeah, I think the signed, sealed, delivered of it is verbalizing it to us, the audience. This is an alliance, and we're going to do that, and that hasn't really happened yet. But also going back to Manila, did they have the lip sync assassin that season?
No, so they started the lip sync assassin, like Madam Caliente said.
Exactly.
That's why they changed the format.
Exactly, and we don't have that on UK versus the world, and we're seeing what happens when you don't have at least the option for the group vote. Maybe it should all be group vote, but at the same time, I do it's a gag. At the end of the day, we're here for good TV, and it's a gag. And Pangina, she did work. And she's gonna get paid from here on out.
I think the world saw her talent.
Absolutely.
There's no prize money. They do get to record a song with Ru, so I'm wondering if they get paid very generously for that.
Sure, there would be royalties, absolutely.
Exactly, some sort of payment.
That is fair.
But at this point, whoever wins will not be the best. And you could say that, but also someone could go on a run and win several challenges. Someone just has to win 3 challenges.
Yeah, and
to be the best.
Yeah,
it could be Janie.
And what is being the best on a competition show where being the best is in the end winning, and however you do that, it's up to you. It's a game.
Yeah, it's a game. I will say, I think Janie has kind of the best game right now. No one is seeing her as a major threat, and yet she does have the most wins now. So I don't know. It's probably because she's been in the bottom some too. Janie's a little unpredictable.
It's tied. Her and Blue Hydrangea just have 1 win. Correct?
No, Janie has 2 wins, I believe. She won for the lip sync and won for the.
Did she win when she did the?
She has gotten into, but she's gotten into.
The top.
Yes,
Exactly.
she's gotten.
Yep.
She's been in the top.
Yeah.
She has one lip sync win, one top.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, folks, before Jujubee is a lost cause at this point. I feel like we got Jujubee's last good effort on All Stars 5. I think that was like her last big push, but there's no cash prize. There's no reason for Jujubee to be pushing at this point.
She just shows up because she gets the opportunity, and it's higher booking fee potentially. Why would you not?
Every time.
If you don't care, don't spend the money on the competition. And that's kind of how it seems it's happening here.
Yeah. I don't get it. We've gotten really lackluster efforts both on Queens of the Universe and on Drag Race, and it's like, what are you doing, girl? But also it's like, oh God, maybe you should start. No, I'm not. Maybe you should start drinking again. No, but
we're not doing that. You didn't hear that?
No, we're not saying that. But like, I think though it is interesting. Like, as an artist who probably relied on alcohol for a long time, that Jujubee has lost that spark because she developed her art with that as a companion. And it's like, you have to rediscover who you are as an artist without that, and how to take your performances to that level, because we know you're capable.
Sure. I can hear what you're saying. But yeah, do I think she can do that? Yes. Do I think she's doing that? No. No. So now it is time to move on. But before we do that, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you're not doing that at this point, what are you doing? You're probably just new. In which case, welcome, Queen. We're thrilled to have you. Moving on. Okay, so we're going to talk about episode 7 quick, and then we're going to dive into episode 8. Indeed.
Episode 7 was fun. We had the soap opera challenge. It was fart themed. We found out after the editing room.
Yeah.
I thought there were some really fun performances. George's was a standout for me.
Yeah.
But she knows telenovelas. She knows telenovela, and like, she gave all the I was thrilled. She was a surprise for me.
It was fun. I think for me, the thing I really enjoyed about that episode was the format, right, of these sitcom or like, these big acting challenge episodes. We see so much during the directing, we basically see the whole challenge before we get to the runway and see the final product. So the gag of having the fart jokes was like, we finally, didn't see it all.
Yeah.
We were surprised.
They were fun.
Surprised. It was a very fun little twist. And it made, because we were commenting about Rue's directing notes about like, why is she telling us drawing out these weird pauses?
Yeah.
Like the pacing is weird. And now it's like, oh, how did we miss that?
Yeah.
Like, how did we miss it?
How did we miss the jokes?
Yeah.
But I mean, I thought it was
fun.
Very tastefully crafted. The writing was like
It was
better than we've seen on Drag Race in a while.
Nuanced fart jokes.
Really nuanced fart jokes. I was like, okay, go off, Queen.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
It was really fun. I thought the queens did give really good performances. I will never get the image out of my brain of Jasmine Kennedy's absolutely insane runway. Her graduation chaps.
Jasmine, that whole episode.
It was,
Jasmine.
She's leaning into the Alyssa Edwards of it all, and it's very exciting.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm very proud to have her on my team.
Alyssa Junior.
Yeah, I mean, what a little... she's fun.
She is fun. She's
so
fun. I'm glad she's still around.
She's fun.
We finally got a win for Lady Camden.
Yes, indeed.
She had her trip reveal, which was such a delight, into the Freddie Mercury mustache moment.
I was seriously concerned.
I was like, okay, come on, Akasha.
I was like, oh my God, she hit her head. I was like, oh no, there's a head injury on the runway right now. She got me. So
hi, Sophie, welcome. Anyway, I thought it was really, but like we don't get surprised like that on Drag Race.
No.
You know, you don't get faked out. We always see the reveal coming, and so to be like the was so much fun.
It is hard to do a shocking reveal on Drag Race anymore, and you have to come up with a creative way like that. It wasn't. I mean, at the end of the day, all it was a wig reveal, and then a mustache came on, but the delivery of it was the shock. So yeah, I mean, it's always exciting to see somebody be able to shock us with a reveal anymore, because we've seen it. We've seen so much. It feels like we've seen it all. And then you get something new. And you're like, there's still more.
We didn't get an elimination last episode because they said all of the queens did so well. How did you think that, you know, they all deserved the pass?
I actually do, because I remember while watching the episode feeling like I was nitpicking, trying to pick who would be in the bottom of that episode. You could justify some people, but it would have been such nitpicky judging, at least in my opinion, that I was like, yeah, I feel good about them making them all safe.
Yeah. They really loved Bosco's performance, and I wasn't wild about it. I thought it was really...
Yeah, that's right.
Bosco's been real bland for me lately. I want more energy from Bosco. You're going to sneeze?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I was, and I'm not. Yeah, you wanted more... I know you really were. I'm sorry.
Just jumped right back into it.
No.
Wait. I'm going to sneeze. We want more energy from Bosco is what we're saying.
I mean, that's what you're saying.
I'm saying it.
That's what you're saying. I'm okay with the level of energy. I feel like Bosco delivers something of themselves every time they perform, and I like that. I feel like Bosco has a real good grasp on their drag and like what they perform. They had a grasp on what they were trying to deliver in that challenge. Was I like gagged or like, whoa, this is an amazing performance, Bosco? No, I wasn't, but I thought it was a solid performance.
Sam hates Seattle queens. That's actually kind of true.
Oh, no, I would love to go to Seattle sometime.
But it's my moist area. No, I don't hate all Seattle queens. I just want more oomph from Bosco like we got in the reading challenge this week. She's shady. I want what she has just more developed, you know?
I think Bosco to me, she's a smart queen.
She's smart. She'll figure it out.
She could be playing the smart game of holding some back to give that bust out moment that Rue really loves.
Rue
loves the development.
She loves the development.
You know.
Call your realtor, ladies. Rue loves the development.
Especially the fracking guy.
Oh. Yes, Sophie, if we ever had a Detroit queen, we would love them. We did love Orion Story this season, who is a Grand Rapids queen. And yes, I will always be a drama queen, baby. The reading challenge is one of the best we have seen in a while.
They were all strong. Even the I thought if somebody was gonna flop in this, Georges, but she even came with reads.
She was great.
Yeah, very impressed.
Very impressed. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. We had a lot of reads, a lot of original reads.
Yes.
No one was really too crunchy. We also missed a couple. But let us know. Let us know what you thought about the reading challenge. If anyone was your favorite. It was great. I'm very excited to watch it again.
Indeed.
But yeah, I think this goes on the list as one of the best reading challenges.
From what we saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw like at least half the girls. We saw like half to 3/4.
Snoozing a little today.
I'm canceled. Sam Meyer canceled every episode, folks. You heard it here first.
Congratulations.
Daya did good, but was such a bitch. And I actually want to get into that.
We should talk about this.
I'd like to start with that, actually.
Yeah.
Because I'm loving it.
I know you are.
I have been saying on this channel for a minute that Daya Betty is getting too much screen time for what she is serving or for the recognition that she's getting, which has led me to believe that we are going to get an arc from her at some point. Lo and behold, we are getting an arc for Diabetti, and she's like low-key a villain, and I'm living for it. She is calling it like it is. She is being blunt. She is being honest. She is putting it all on the table. And she is being competitive. She's leaning in. She's saying what she wants, which I think is such a brilliant move. For those of you at home who watch Survivor, it's a very Boston Rob type move. Boston Rob thrived on his ability to exploit people's fear of conflict. He would simply put himself in a situation and know that people are generally too timid to like fight for it.
Sure.
And if you hold on long enough,
that would work on me.
You can get people to do really dumb stuff.
Yeah.
And Diabetti is using that same sort of technique. She's just like, no, this is what I want. And like, if you want it, you can fight me for it. It's what she did with Willow.
Yeah.
You know?
There is something interesting I want to talk about with Diabetti, and you know, like what we would traditionally see as a villain edit. But I feel they're really like, we get other queens talking heads. It happened in the Untucked here, basically being like, yeah, like kind of like being like, I understand Diabetti. I see her. I'm not upset with this. And I really kind of like that because, as we all know, like, fans don't like what you're serving. It can get heated in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to have the queens that are actually there, actually interacting with her, kind of be like, hey, this is like competition. And, you know, some people are competitive motherfuckers, and that's just the fact.
Yeah.
I didn't know I could swear.
I mean, I can't lie. If I was on the show, like, I would be leaning in. I would be making moves.
It's a game.
And when you own up to it, Rue loves to see it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, Rue has begged these queens, like, since day one to be thirsty for this crown. And so I'm like,
is your pussy on fire or is it not?
Is it flaming?
Flame broiled.
Is it currently ablaze?
You need it hot in here.
I don't need it just hot. I need a furnace. I need an inferno.
Spontaneous combustion.
Oh, I love it. Oh my god. Okay, so now it is time for us to get into the actual challenge for this episode. Oh, no, the last thing we have to mention is we are getting the start of a Diabetti versus Jasmine or Kennedy feud.
Yeah.
We are getting enemies here. My prediction, I don't know nothing. This is not based on spoilers. I want y'all to know. My prediction.
Yeah.
There's no way they're letting us out of this season without a Jasmine Kennedy versus Georgia's lip sync.
No, and you know my thoughts on that.
Alec thinks it's gonna. Well,
I think we'll get the Jasmine Georgia's lip sync, and I think it's going to be a double save, but not like Rue saying both saved. One of them is gonna have the golden chocolate because it's gonna be such an epic lip sync. But Jasmine kind of let me down in the lip sync a little today.
She did, but it was because of her hairpiece.
Yeah, it was.
It's not her fault. It was the hairpiece.
Yeah,
but like she should have changed it, but it was probably tied in anyway. I think what we're going to get is I think that we're going to get through the Jasmine Georgia's lip sync, and then I think we're going to get Diabetti versus Jasmine.
Sure.
And I think Diabetti's going to win and send Jasmine home.
Yeah.
I think that's what we could be building for. Because if I were a showrunner, I would see them fighting and I would say, they're going to fight this out on national television.
Sure.
They're going to fight this out on the silver screen.
Absolutely.
And I live.
But it's curious. We'll see what happens there because, I mean, Jasmine didn't seem all too pressed. I mean, she did start, you know, she was on that instigating, like, you were talking behind my back.
And then we developed throughout the episode.
No,
She made the two-faced comment during the reading challenge, and then Diabetti.
It'll definitely come back up.
Mountain Caliente has the spoilers, and she says, "Get the F ready." They have to tone down the villain edit since Fifi and Roxy Andrews because of how much hate they got.
Yeah.
I disagree with that though. They did Candy like real hard last season, and she thrived in spite of it.
Mm-hmm.
They are not above a villain edit.
Talk about a tough-skinned queen. I can imagine much rocking that boat.
Yes.
Kenny Muse.
Yes.
She's
oh
like
my god,
a diamond,
love
you know?
her.
Hardens under pressure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only the strongest pugs harden under pressure.
Kenny Muse is
extraordinary.
Yeah.
One of my favorite queens of all time. I love her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this Diabetes versus Jasmine Kennedy, it boils over. Diabetes like, why did you call me two-faced? And Jasmine's like, because you said stuff behind my back. And Dia was like, you're right, I didn't say it to you. It was ugly. And now I've said it to your face. And I lived for that because it wasn't spiteful in any way. It wasn't pressed. She's like, no, these are my thoughts, and ask stupid questions, get stupid answers.
And also, if you have strong thoughts about certain things, you're on a TV show, share those thoughts. That's what gets you screen time.
That's what gets you screen time. Share your thoughts.
That's what you want. So I do not, have any ill will towards Diabetes for any of this.
I loved it. In the words of Bosco, I love teeth.
Yeah. I want a little teeth.
Just, you can be a nice person and you don't have to be nice all the time. You can also be kind, or you can be honest without necessarily being nice. I thought it was great. And I thought that everything she said though was like backed up. It was accurate. She had the receipts.
Yeah, I think everything both of them said though was accurate and backed up.
But they both talked about afterwards how it wasn't resolved. This was not like a kumbaya moment.
No, we didn't get to hug it out.
Dia was like, she still didn't apologize. And Jasmine was like, that wasn't an apology.
Yeah.
Fair for both of them, but like,
True.
They're both young queens. That's gonna rankle one of them more than the other.
They put it in the pocket. They're saving that.
Yeah.
They're pocketed that.
Yeah.
And they're gonna bring it back up at some point.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. I can absolutely see it.
Yeah.
Now we get into this retro girl group challenge. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought it was super fun. I thought the production value was phenomenal.
Well, I mean, they provided them wigs and outfits, and then the set and all the dancers.
I don't know if they provided the wigs.
Wigs by Grace. They said it going in
because Lady Camden's wig looked so hit.
I don't think they had to use the wigs there was wigs provided by Wigs
Lady
by Grace.
Camden's wig looked hit in the challenge in a way that like no one else's wig looked like that. I don't know. Love the 60s girl group. Lot of this cast can sing, which means we're probably getting to a good remix at the end.
Multifaceted cast.
It was multifaceted cast. Good writers in this cast.
I feel like I'm getting a sense that we're starting to get into, as we keep going along, we're starting to get into seasons where these queens are prepared for Drag Race. Like the queens that are wanting to get on Drag Race, they are preparing for Drag Race.
Yeah, well, you know what skills at this point you have to develop. Yeah. Like, you can look at a season, and now we're getting, you don't get the same challenge, but you get the same type of challenge, you know? You take an acting class. You take a sewing class. You learn, you go to karaoke a few times, feel it out.
Yeah.
Just all that stuff. It's great.
Out what your judge is there.
I love the retro girl group challenge. I want to go group by group, and I want to talk about their girl group performance and also their individual looks, and we're going to rank them on our fry scale. Now, Alec, how would you describe the fry scale if you'd never seen Couch Potato Queens before?
Oh my goodness. Well, it's French fries, right? More is always better. So if you really, really like something, large fry. I mean, if you love something, you can supersize that. Medium, just, you didn't feel one type of way or the other. Small fry, you're like, I don't want much of this.
Yeah.
And we sometimes add pluses and minuses here and there,
No bag of fries is the same. Every bag of fry is special, just like you viewers. Okay, so that being said, we're gonna start with the Shangri-Las, which was Diabetes, Willow Pill, and Bosco.
Strong team. That's a strong mix of girls.
It's a strong mix of girls. We saw it in the rehearsal. It's a strong group. It's a strong group. Let's start with Diabetes, our winner tonight. We said it right from the start.
Yeah.
She was serving face from the get-go. Possibly my favorite looks of the three girl groups.
It was also my favorite.
It was really fun.
But it stood out.
Their hair looked the best. They did the thing where they're like, I'm a blonde, I'm a brunette, like I have auburn hair, which like I love. I love that moment of like, oh, I can see which one of you's which. It was cute. They each had their own identity, but Diabetes was of all. Oh, and like a camp number. I love a campy girl group. Like chicken wings. You know, like
but the lyrics were strong and fun and
so funny.
Oh my goodness, what
inappropriate? Like
great.
Just like pushing the boundaries.
Oh, yeah.
It was a great time. And Diabetes was the standout.
Yeah, Diabetes was easily the standout. And that's the number I'm gonna remember. I mean, like I'm gonna like visualize maybe the other ones, but like lyrically and like just the concept of that group, that's the one I'm gonna remember.
Yeah. And then she had her cyberpunk for the Heart On runway. She had her cyberpunk electric pink and green look. This was the first time she looked like she did in the promo videos, which is why I'm starting to think this is the identity they want to see from her.
Yeah, she kind of talked about it when she came in that glam rocker. She, you know, almost hair metal, but like, you know.
She looks like an earlier Jeffree Star.
The hair, I can see that.
Don't tell Kanye.
I like this look. It wasn't my favorite look of the night, but I did really like the look, and it did bring me to when she originally said she was like that glam kind of punk rock girl. I was like, oh, I'm interested in her, and I haven't really seen that yet, so I'm like happy to see that.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and it seems like though what I was saying is like this is the look and the vibe that production wants to push with her.
Yeah.
They're like, this is the one. Yeah. Girl, this is what we want you to give us. Which like great. I'm happy to get that from her. Sure. I think it's gonna be fun. Diabetes was a large fry for me this week. She was excellent. She was really fun. Loved it.
I agree, a large fry.
Next up we have Willow Pill. Willow disappointed me in this challenge. She was real dead in the face.
Yeah.
She gave a little bit of variety, but it was pretty stiff for me. And y'all know that is my biggest thing. Do not go dead do not give me club face. And it was real dead. She had the movements great. She looked incredible. Her panty dropper dress was probably my favorite look on the runway. It was so smart.
Oh. Incredible.
Willow is a large fry for me this week.
I agree with you about like the dead face of the challenge, but I have to give props where props are due on the fact that like she mostly choreographed that dance, and I
gave her a large fry.
No, you did.
Like,
I'm not discrediting that. You totally
like
gave her a large fry.
But
I do want to bring up the fact that she choreographed the dance, and not only I want to bring up the fact that like as they were talking about, she keeps her cards close to her chest. I love that. That is smart queen. And that look, that was my favorite look of the night, hands down. I'm going to give Willow, I can't give her a large plus because I agree with the dead face challenge. So a large fry from me.
Yeah, no, she was great. And then rounding out the safest group, but like the safest group. Yeah. We have Bosco, who we said while we watched her perform, solid safe.
A very solid save.
Yeah, a solid save from Bosco. She had the heart, and then her runway look, though.
The vampire.
Loved it. She had the heart cut out over her boobises. She had the heart cut out over her bootises.
The little finite details in the makeup,
the little swirls on her
eyebrows and the lips.
Yeah. She was a delight. Bosco is like a medium plus for me this week. I can't give her a large based on the performance. But it was solid.
Yeah, I mean, I really want to give Bosco a large because I'm really growing to love Bosco and she is on my team, but I think in my heart of hearts I have to give a medium plus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that rounds out the Shangri-Las. Now we're up to the RuPreams, which is the team of Angeria Paris Van Michaels, Carrie Colby, and Lady Camden. And this, I would say, was the most controversial group of the evening for me,
Yes.
personally.
Yeah, you did have here.
Because I thought that they had the highest average as a group. I loved their looks. I loved how flowy they were.
I think you were getting distracted by the chiffon.
But like, I know, I was. My god.
You were a litlittle hypnotized by the chiffonography.
I was, you stole my word. I was gonna say the chiffonography. Oh my god. I was though. I am such a sucker for spinning fabrics. Okay.
It's mesmerizing.
It's mesmerizing. Like Coco Montrese with her sleeves.
But she served all around in that. It wasn't just the sleeves. We go zoom in. Oh, goodness.
Ow. Okay.
We go zoom in on the actual performance of we're talking about the RuPreams, right?
The RuPreams, yes.
There was some sloppy. There was some sloppy moments.
And this is what I will say is, upon reflection, I enjoyed some of their, I really enjoyed some of their movements. I thought they executed several of their movements really, really beautifully in a way that was just, like it was like an inhaling moment.
A ballet, delicate, drifty arm.
Do you ever feel like a paper bag, plastic bag through the wind, ready to start again? Because like that's what I got.
That's a vibe.
But also sometimes they crumpled, and it was not cute.
Yeah.
And I got it.
It dragged through the mud a little bit.
So anyway, though. Moving on, the 1960s fashion and music, so none of them was bad.
We do have to talk about Angeria. Really did kill that.
Angeria killed it. Her Diana Ross was the best we've seen on the show.
Ooh,
sorry, Honey Mahogany.
You're forgetting. I mean, for me, it's BB Zahara.
Oh, BB gave a great Diana Ross.
Yeah. Diana's spirit came into BB Zahara.
That's true. Okay, this was an excellent Diana Ross adjacent performance, and I really enjoyed it. And I thought it was she looked stunning.
Surprise singer alert.
Singular. She was a singular.
I can't speak today.
But that's such an Angeria. I'm a singular. I'm a singular.
She just possessed me.
Angeria, are you with us? It was wonderful. She was a delight. She looked gorgeous doing it. She kept, of the group, the choreography the tightest. And then her runway look, she changed it up. The shapes were so fun. She had a super structural tall bob.
It makes me so uncomfortable to look at, but I don't hate on it. It works for the look, but that wig, just something about it makes me uncomfortable to look at.
That's part of the fun.
No, for sure.
I think part of it is because it denotes that the head,
yeah,
you don't really know where the head is in
You're
there.
Where's a helmet under there?
But yes, this is such a strong cast. So many of them are great. Hello, Sunny Lil Me. Hello. Yes, it was. Angeria was great. Oh, but then she had the little poofies and then the bigger poofies, and the shape that it made was just a silhouette that I'm so not used to seeing. And it was really fun and surprising for me.
No, I mean, I was talking to you about this, I think it was last week or whatever. I think, pageant queens I have fun with, and they always feel like they're breaking the mold when they're kind of grungy and acting challenges or being silly and stupid, but on the runway they always feel like they're serving the same thing, this polished thing. So I always love to see when the classic pageant girl throws goes outside the box a little bit and tries something different, even if I didn't necessarily love the look all that much. I didn't really gag for that look. It's a solid look. I didn't love it, but it was different, so I have to give her props there.
Folks at home, is Alec canceled? Let us know in the comments.
How can you cancel this?
How can you cancel that? Very easily. Do not come for Angeria. Angeria Paris Van Michaels. Angeria is my supersize for this week. I was just absolutely enamored. Madame Caliente says, favorite look she did, so good. Alec, if you don't like this, you have no taste, and you are committed to hate crime against Black people during Black History Month. Woo! Madame Caliente read you the riot act. She said you are never allowed in a Cracker Barrel ever again.
One of my father's favorite restaurants. You can't take that away from me.
Oh my goodness. No, obviously Alec loves people of color. Why
I don't need to justify. I don't have taste.
But yes, Alec also doesn't have taste.
Yeah.
All of this is true. So, what does Angeria get from you this week?
Easily a large fry.
Okay. See, there we go, folks. There we go.
Easy.
Next up we have Carrie Colby. I thought she camped up the performance in a fun way. The judges have been pushing her to do something sort of uglier and crunchier and weirder, and she's been trying.
I when I was originally watching it, I was like, oh, I appreciate what she's trying to do here, and like I was like, oh, she's pulling attention or whatever. At the same time, I see what the judges are saying. It wasn't serving the Supremes. They were supposed to be the Supremes, and it's like, you know.
But that's like such an arbitrary rule on Drag Race to be like, this is the week that we want you to like, we want the lyrics to be funny, but we want the like the vibe to be spot on. You know, it's like other weeks, you know, you have like a celebrity guest who's like, make it funny, and they're like, why'd you make it funny? You know, it's like,
it's sometimes very hard to tell, but I mean, when you're given a challenge like this and the group name is literally the RuPremes, maybe err on the side of caution.
Yeah, and knowing it's Ru's favorite.
Serve Supremes.
But yes, I get it though, Sonny.
We weren't
Carrie
super sad.
She couldn't figure it out. You know, she's not necessarily someone who is meant to do well on Drag Race. This time around, at least, which is fine. She'll figure it out on tour. You want her in different hair. I think she looks stunning. The hair on stage tonight. I thought she looked fine.
No, I felt like Carrie had hit her peak. There wasn't much more we were gonna get from Carrie. Besides, I loved Carrie's confessionals. I'm gonna miss those.
She was so cute, so fun. But like, I think,
sweet presence.
I could see Carrie winning a fan favorite.
Miss Congeniality.
Miss Congeniality / fan favorite.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Carrie's forever trans icon.
Oh, absolutely.
I said tonight, I think she might be the prettiest queen they've ever had on the show.
It's an argument that could be made.
I think I would probably make the argument that I think Carrie Colby is the prettiest competitor they've ever had on the show.
Beauty is subjective, so
beauty is subjective, but she is like that's
she's gorgeous. No,
that's
not
subjective. There's no subjectivity there.
But subjectivity of who's the
most beautiful.
Exactly. But she definitely makes a case and an argument for that.
Take that, Vivian Panay.
No, Vivian Panay is not on my list.
It's a little predictable for Drag Race. I see it, but also, I mean, I don't care. I think, and do you know what? I think that Carrie, she got the notoriety that she needed. I think she, out of all the girls, is going to get modeling contracts, and I think she's going to do very well. And I think
people are gonna want to dress her.
She's going to accelerate very quickly, I think. I'm thrilled for her. And then she gave us sort of that bloody Daryl Hannah, a little Kill Bill, a little Poison Ivy.
Yeah, it had a lot of potential. It was just the like finessing of the whole thing that Carrie seemed to have an issue with.
But something I love about Carrie, and something she's given us all season that I admire so much about her, is that no matter what she is wearing, no matter if she is messing up, she delivers 100% confidence with every single thing that she does. And it is so compelling that sometimes you don't notice.
Carrie feels her oats so hard that you start to feel her oats.
She grinds the oats like that is oatmeal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
she
blows
stomps
it
those
into the
oats
air,
just...
and you're inhaling those oats.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just
she
can't escape.
She touched nature.
Yeah.
It's just
she walks the children.
She walks the children in nature.
We're gonna miss Miss Carrie Colby.
We will,
but I think it was the right choice.
Yeah, I think it was as well. I think it was her time. I needed a less devastating loss on Drag Race.
We did need.
It's
we
been
needed
so...
the one we were prepared for.
It's been a rough couple of weeks. Carrie, for me, overall tonight, I can't give her lower than a medium fry. I still liked it. I still liked what she did. I thought that she was fun. Yeah, she was messy, but like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. How did you feel?
I think a medium feels right for me as well.
Mm-hmm. She didn't fall over.
Yeah,
the lip sync was good.
I understand what the judges are saying. I understand the things about the look, but I did and do have a soft spot for Carrie Colby, and she's gonna slip by some of those little cracks with me. And medium fry.
Medium fry. So next up we have Lady Camden rounding out this group. And she's so graceful. That was something every time you can be a little obnoxious. I trained ballerina, but just seeing her move sometimes, particularly in those gowns, is delicious. It's a visual treat. I hated her runway. The arrow, she was pierced by these arrows. There's Greek goddess, but it was this huge heart that took up 3/4 of her torso, and then there was the blood spewing out with the tool in the back, which I thought was cool, but the heart and the arrows were way too big. It looked like a sloppy version of Aquarius Saint Sebastian look.
Yeah.
Which was just so much better.
Yeah. I was going to ask, did you like the concept at least?
After seeing Aquarius Saint Sebastian,
now that you're bringing that to my head, I'm like, oh, it kind of takes... Because at first I was like, well, the concept I'm here for... But now I'm like,
we've seen it.
We kind of have seen it.
And if you're going to do it again, do it better. Or do it at least different and at the same level. You can't do it worse than someone who already did it.
No, and that was it was also my first critique when she came out on the runway was that heart is too big. It's swallowing her. I don't know. It's
it was a medium for me from her this week. It has to be a medium. I just hated the runway. It was bad for me.
Yeah.
Also, Madame Caliente, I do not hate the UK. I am not banned. And if you can give me one reason why I hate the UK, I just hated this dress. Also, Lady Camden lives in San Francisco. She's a proud San Francisco queen, so check your privilege. I don't know. Okay, what does she get from you?
I also believe a medium fry feels right.
Yeah.
I was gonna go small fry, but I'm like, no, she did the choreography. She did. Rue may not like the ballet, but this boy likes the ballet.
Yeah.
So we'll do medium.
Sonny, we love a cancel queen on this pod. The viewers try and cancel us for something every episode, and we live for it. It's our little inside joke. So finally we get to the Runettes. And this was an interesting group. I was surprised a little bit by how it was received. There were surprises on both ends. So let's start with Georges. Georges served some good face throughout the performance. I thought it was okay. I thought she did fine. She's at least very animated with her face, even if she's not serving a distinct emotion. And then she came down the runway in sort of that Victoria's Secret lingerie with the ostrich feather heart. and it's more the same, where it's more bras and panties.
Disappointing to me.
Georges was like a medium minus for me this week. Nothing that she did really took it, and she's my girl. But nothing that she did really like took it anywhere for me.
I felt like Georges in the challenge was just kind of in that place where it was like not bad enough to be bottom bad. Mm-hmm. Nowhere near top.
No.
She was in this place of like hiding and blending in, just like not doing anything to get called out, just like sneaking in to save. It was very kind of low energy to me, and the runway made me upset. I'm just like,
you were
stop
upset
relying on that body, whatever. So I'm gonna give out my first small fry of the night. Georges is getting his first small fry, and she's having fun. I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to do it for someone.
You were upset.
Yeah,
I understand.
I was upset.
Next up, she
is adorable.
She is adorable,
she
Sonny.
Is adorable.
Alec literally said that.
Yeah.
We were just watching, and he just goes, "She really is adorable." She's so small,
Yeah.
Just want to pick her
There's
up.
not a lot of people smaller than me, so
No.
I mean shorter. I'm not.
It's exciting.
I'm a thicker guy, but I'm short.
Yes. Next up we have Jasmine Kennedy, who, yes, she was. I felt her whole performance, the vibe was weird. The emotion of her performance did not match her actual vocals, which, as we know, is a big part of the lip sync, is you have to match what the vocals are serving. I didn't think she had that. She had some stumble moments where she was too in her head. And y'all know, we love some Jasmine. We love to hate Jasmine, but we love Jasmine.
We want her on our TV.
We want more Jasmine Kennedy. She is Alyssa Edwards Jr.
I can't wait for the moment when Jasmine comes back for All Stars, knowing, when Alyssa came back for All Stars, knowing how iconic she was for all the things, and just Jasmine coming in with that stupid energy of knowing that all her stupidity is iconic as fuck.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that moment.
It's an exciting moment.
But yeah, she was the challenge. She was in her head.
She was in her head. Challenge, which was fine.
Singing, I lived.
And then her Greek goddess runway, which seemed like she just had a dress she wanted to wear and then stuck the hearts on it.
Yeah, that is fair. The hearts seemed like an afterthought, because I'm like, the look isn't really bad, but when you say what the runway theme is, yeah, it does feel like an afterthought.
Burn the McDonald's down.
Which one?
I don't know. The one where we make the fries, I guess. Good night, Sonny. So, okay, we have our little Alyssa Junior. And then we'll get into the lip sync, but
sure.
I mean, she was also a medium minus for me this week.
Yeah.
It was not camp bad. It was bad.
You're being nice today.
I am being pretty nice.
You're not throwing out any little ones.
I'm the Paula.
Yeah,
I just want everyone to have a good time and get along.
That puts pressure on me to be the Simon here.
Yeah.
But I can't do it to Jasmine Kennedy. Because I just, her lips,
you just love her.
Yeah.
You got the trans girl team.
But, yeah, that's true. But also, now I have to factor in the lip sync, I feel like, is the judgment too. We haven't talked about it.
She barely survived that lip sync. Well, let's get into the controversy here.
Medium minus.
I thought that Georges, I don't know why I gave Georges a medium minus, because I actually kind of thought she might have been in the top.
Yeah, you did like her performance.
I did kind of like her performance a lot. But Deja Sky, my dream girl, was in the top.
The judging Deja.
What? I don't understand, who Deja is joining the Jujubee club.
Yeah.
Of
what did she see?
What did she see? Was she the room attendant when RuPaul saw the drowning man and did nothing? What did Deja see?
Yeah.
Because I feel like the stuff that
she received the thoughts and prayers.
The things she's gotten away with just aren't it doesn't line up. And I'm not angry, but I'm just like, I want to know what page the judges are on, because I feel like they're judging her how I want to see her and not how we're actually seeing her.
There's this camp value they're always looking for
Mhm.
with performances. They want that extra. They want you
and
know,
she's like
Jasmine's
refusing to deliver it.
She doesn't, but she doesn't need to. They're judging her like that she's giving that.
And I'm like, she's just a big girl.
I'm not saying her performances are. Do we think that this is all because Cornbread's gone, and so they have to push
they have to
through?
push a big girl through?
Conspiracy alert!
Oh my god, but that's not like the worst, because they don't have any other big girls.
No.
Oh, they have to have one, or they're gonna get so upset.
One.
Everyone's so skinty. Are they pushing the big girl through? Okay, so like how far
here first.
does that buy her? I think that buys her like 6th place.
At the least.
I think that buys her like 6th place.
Because I mean, in my Art of Arts, I felt, you know, there wasn't a lot to go on. And there's some really strong queens now that I'm like easily can win this. But like before, I was like, could very well be Cornbread season, which would have been our first big girl winner.
Should not be taking this long. TikTok World of Wonder.
Insane.
TikTok.
So you can't give the win Deja, at least based off what we've seen so far. But they're gonna push her along. They're gonna kick that can along.
Yeah,
I could see easily making 5-4.
Yeah.
But that, you know.
But hopefully they can get her to like kick it into gear. But like with the critiques she's getting, I don't know if they're not building a storyline of like, come on, Deja, give us more.
No.
They're just like,
we
keep
like
it
what
up.
You're doing.
We like it.
Yeah.
And I just think it's so lackluster.
It really is. It's missing. It's a plain hot dog, and I need a little spicy mustard.
Yeah. And I said it during the interviews, like, I don't want to contradict my earlier statements about her. I think that she is a funny queen.
Sure.
I think that she has the capacity to be a really strong competitor. I'm just not getting what I felt like I was promised.
We're missing it's, you know, Rue was talking about it with Maddie the whole time. The sensation. We haven't gotten that from Deja.
No, and I want it.
Yeah, we want it, and we know it's there.
And like at this point, her presence in the top 3 did feel a little bit like
suspect.
We gotta cycle everyone through here because we still don't know what we're doing.
No, they are trying all the storylines out.
Yeah.
It's a whirlwind of a season.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
But I mean, at least we don't know where things are going, kind of, which is fine, except Madame Caliente's got the spoilers.
Yeah. We'll see.
So overall, though, Deja for me just gets a medium. Like
I agree, and that's usually how it is with Deja. Except sometimes I'm like, I really dislike her runway, and like her runway wasn't great today either, but it wasn't horrible.
No, I was like fine with it.
Yeah, a good little latex dress, whatever.
Yeah, her little latex anime heart superhero.
I was getting like nurse vibes.
Yeah, like, and then she had like
Striper.
The Dame Edna glasses.
Yeah.
Like
there was a little confusion.
She said it was anime inspired.
Yeah, I didn't get
that
so much.
But you don't watch anime like I watch anime.
I don't watch it like you do. But
it felt very like My Hero Academia to me, which like I could very much see as the inspiration. Like it's very that style of like the big with like the, you know, the whole, and like the blue and the, you know, like all of it was a vibe. Which I get. Was it well executed? Sort of. Yeah. It could have been better. Her interview look is still one of my favorite things I've seen this season. I really like her yellow with the blue interview look. So I don't know. But ultimately here we get a win from Diabetti. Did she deserve it? Yes. I think she absolutely deserved it. I thought that it could have gone to Angeria, and I wouldn't have been mad either.
No.
We really thought Angeria was going to get it.
I like Diabetti's runway look better. So.
But yeah, I mean, like, I thought the Dia absolutely deserved it. We thought that this could happen going into the episode. I'm happy for her. I'm happy that we're starting to see this storyline emerge, because hopefully that will be a sign of a more cohesive season. You
Absolutely. Know? I mean, right now we all have our thoughts and feelings about who's front runners, but I think there's a few standouts that I think most of us could agree on. But I mean, third, fourth spot, it's kind of a free for all. It's a bit of a brawl, and that makes it fun.
We love a brawl,
and with the new format, whoever we believe is the front runner is guaranteed to win the season. They've got a lip sync for the crown. So whoever makes it in that top mix, it's anyone's game.
It's anyone's game, and we've got some really good lip syncers this season.
Absolutely.
Madame Caliente, I was pissed at the lip sync song. I've been waiting for Unbreak My Heart lip sync for years, and they used the damn remix. We were commenting, neither of us have heard that remix before either. So it was a little strange.
I didn't love it.
Yeah. I thought it was fine. It had a decent beat. I was shocked. Carrie did very well. She whipped out some Vogue moves. She had some really fun arms. I thought, like, Carrie gave, and Jasmine with that hairpiece, Jasmine was not able to give it her all because her hair was falling out, and she lost. Oh my God. I was so impressed, though, the way that she did not miss a beat. She lost her shoe.
And didn't kick off the other one.
And she kept the other heel on. That won her the lip sync.
Yeah.
If she
kicked that other shoe off, Rue would have been pissed.
And she's
the first
lucky.
one makes it an accident.
The first one is an accident, but it's understandable because it is actively a health hazard to be. And she did not falter for a moment.
No,
I was gagged. I was gagged.
Yeah, I do have to give her a lot of props for that.
That is a performer.
Yeah, because I mean, we all know what the shoe's going off in Rue's eyes is. She starts seeing red.
In the words of Willem, walking around on stage like a web-footed duck.
Yeah, but that first shoe loss was clearly an act. She didn't intend for that to happen. She wasn't trying to kick a shoe
doing a kick.
So to make that a statement is this shoe is staying on.
Yes. And I lived.
At the risk of my own safety.
Yeah.
This shoe is staying on.
Yeah. And I was a gag.
And this wig is staying.
And this wig is falling, but it's staying on.
I am not getting messy.
Yeah. And to still deliver a winning lip sync on top of that with those huge handicaps. Carrie didn't have anything wrong. Carrie just Carrie gave it her best, y'all. But Jasmine is a really compelling, not only dancer, but lip sync artist.
She serves some good. We have a lot of dancers. There's rare that such a strong dancer is also such a strong lip sync performer facially. Because she didn't give us a whole lot of crazy blah 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 dance moves tonight.
No,
she was subtle movements, but really emoting.
Yeah. She gave it in the challenge as well, though. It's something I do really applaud Jasmine for. She's an excellent lip sync artist.
You want to go to a Jasmine Kennedy show?
Oh, I would absolutely.
Your wallet is emptying.
It's emptying.
Jasmine Kennedy show.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
You're here. Just
I'm my heart is racing thinking about going to a Jasmine show.
Oh, we're first in line. We're getting VIP.
Yeah, we're getting VIP. I want to meet you, baby.
It's on
Jasmine,
me.
where you at, girl?
It's on me.
But so overall, Carrie goes home. We were fine with it.
We were.
And no one was too upset.
We were.
The episode went pretty smoothly. All is right in the world.
I think so.
But now I think it's time to get into our superlatives, unless you have any other comments on the episode. Do you?
Let's dive into it.
Let's dive into it, shall we? Breston Show. Who do you believe performed best this episode?
I'm gonna let you go first because I think I need to think about.
You need to think about it.
I need a thunker.
Honestly, for me, I think Diabetes deserved the win, but I think it was Angeria for me.
Really?
I really enjoyed Angeria, and personal preference for me went to her runway over Diabetes. I appreciate Diabetes' look, but it's just not 100% my judge.
Okay.
I'm I still am getting butterflies over Angeria's.
And I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to go Diabetes.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much the same reason. Angeria's runway wasn't my zhuzh. Dia's was a little more my zhuzh. And she was very strong in the challenge.
Yep, uncontroversial week.
Yeah.
Black Horse, who surprised you this episode?
Good question. I think, she's been a very, very strong competitor, but I think the surprise was coming that, like, there is more skills to this girl than we knew. Willow Pill, keeping the little cards close to the chest, choreography. I'm not surprised she's a dancer, but on the flip, I am also a little surprised.
I am thrilled that she's a dancer.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that means that she is not going to go down at least too easy in a lip sync or in a finale situation. It was the face for me, though, but I'm excited.
Yeah,
so I'm excited.
I understand.
Like with the lip sync of it all.
No, I get it.
Because she has been very low key in the face, even during acting challenges.
Yeah.
It might be due to her unique sort of anatomy and medical situation.
That's true.
So I don't want to read too far into that, but maybe it's how she paints. Like there's just something about it where it just doesn't,
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, it's got to be Willow for me as well. I expected her to be a bad dancer.
Yeah.
I expected her to be bad. And she was a surprise. She was good. She was fun. And finally, we have our Lala Ree Bag Dress Award, which I want to actively change to Carrie Colby's macrame.
Carrie Colby's macrame patch.
Carrie Colby's macrame award for Hot Mess Express. Who was a messy hoe this episode? Who or what was a messy hoe this episode?
Oh gosh, it's hard. I could go Diabetes, I could go Jasmine Kennedy on the flip side. I'm gonna go Jasmine Kennedy.
Okay, tell me why.
Just because there's more moments that I can like wrap this into, right? The singing, although iconic in my mind. Tone deaf. Instigating the like little kerfuffle with Diabetes, and also just she averted a complete mess on the lip sync, but there was a small little mess there on the lip sync. So Jasmine gets it for me, but it's with love.
It is with love. We really love Jasmine on this channel. My award for this evening goes to the first 13 seasons where they did not have bathrobes available to the queens and just made them freeze. We noticed this season they all have the bathrobes when they get eliminated.
Or sometimes just sitting in untouched.
If you request that bathrobe,
I'm cold. They got a bathrobe.
Oh, and in all the other seasons where they just made them freeze or we didn't see the bathrobes on camera. That is my Hot Mess Express for the evening.
That should be a large fry. The bathrobe, that's a supersized fry.
I know, that's why the previous 13 seasons are getting the Hot Mess.
Yeah.
So, folks, thank you so much for joining us this evening. A reminder once again to please follow the Couch Potato Queens on Twitter at Couch Potato Queens. That's QWNZ. Instagram at Couch Potato Queens. And subscribe to our channel, Couch Potato Queens, right here on YouTube. Also, like this video, leave us a comment about your favorite cheese. Alec is a big cheese man and would love to hear. Also, in this moment when I plug myself, please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Sam Meyer Comedy. That's MEIER. I love you. Don't let anyone dull your sparkle. We will see you next Friday with some new as guests. It will no longer just be me and Alec. I know y'all are also thrilled. Back to our regularly scheduled programming next week. We love you. Have a great weekend. Bye. It's the Couch Potato Queen.